Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing Atraxa, Grand Unifier, and Historic Brawl. It's going to be a 4-colored mid-range list with average converted mana cost 3.7. It has 6 creatures, 49 non-creatures, and 44 lands. Now, Atraxa Grand Unifier, we went the slow / control-y / a lot of interaction route here with a bunch of ramp and a bunch of top end that is extremely hard to beat. I am running Planeswalkers in this Atraxa list, 11 Planeswalkers to be exact. We have a healthy split between, all card types. We have 12 instants, 9 sorceries, 9 artifacts, and 8 enchantments, and 6 creatures because for me, I just wanted to focus more on non-creatures. So yeah, let's get right into the list, right? So we have a bunch of interaction. We have counter spells, we have ramp, we have counter spells within an offer you can't refuse. We have Dispel to counter instants. We have Wash Away for, opposing commanders. We have counter spell here. We have Dovin's Veto. And I think that does it for the counter spells. Yeah. We have ramp within Explore into the north. We have ramp within Growth Spiral, Arcane Signet, Cold Steel Heart, Mind Stone, and I'm trying out Tablet of Completion, and it's been great so far. I also have a tech card for Atraxa here within Starnheim Aspirant. It makes our Atraxa cost 5 mana to cast instead of 7, so that's always pretty good. We're also running Black Market Connections that can be a form of ramp here. One Cultivate. I'm also running Uro. I'm running Chromatic Lantern and Celestis. Within the 4 mana slot, we have Binding the Old Gods, Firemind Vessel, Key to the Archive as ramp as well. And within the 5 mana spot or slot, I guess you can count this as ramp, but not really because it's just ramping into basically artifacts, and we don't have top ends when it comes to artifacts. So yeah, and for our interaction here, we have a bunch of removal here as well. Swords to Plowshares. We have a Vanishing Verse, Assassin's Trophy. We also have, like Elspeth's Nightmare. We have Voidrand. We have Board Wipes within Supreme Verdict, Farewell. We have Wandering Emperor that can act as removal. Rusko, I guess, was ramp here. Binding the Old Gods does a great job of ramping and removing a non-land permanent. And then Elspeth Conquers Death is an amazing card here with Atraxa, easily fetchable as an enchantment. It can rebuy back a planeswalker or a creature from your graveyard, so it's also very, very good. We have Cruelty of Gix that does pretty much the same thing, but it also searches and it hits your opponent's hand. Kaya the Inoxabil as Planeswalker, Tamio. We have Kaya the Intangible Slayer, Garrick. We have Vorinclex for Planeswalkers, Vraska, Eternal Wanderer. Very, very good Planeswalker package, and I'm running Kasmina here because I am running Emergent Ultimatum, and sometimes if you ultimate the Kasmina, you can fetch Emergent Ultimatum off of your from your deck and just really have an explosive turn, right? And the rest is just interaction here and there within Veil of Summer, can stop a removal spell or a counter spell. We also have interaction within Threx here, this Sudden Storm. It makes our Atraxa cost 6 mana to cast, so if we cast this on 5, we can cast this Atraxa on 6, but it doesn't usually go that way. But I have it here so that my spells don't get countered, right? And since Atraxa is a very expensive card, usually you can easily just hold up a counter spell against Atraxa, right? So Thryx does a pretty good job of stopping any counter spells, right? Within our top end here, we have Omniscience that we can easily get off of Emergent Ultimatum or Hardcast. We have Kiora, Best the Sea God, as an enchantment that we can get off of Atraxa. We have Vraska here for our Planeswalkers. We have Shark Typhoon that we can cycle through or hardcast it. And since we have a lot of non-creatures, it shouldn't be extremely hard to basically get a ton of value off of Shark Typhoon. And we have Eternal Wanderer that can act as a, let's say, miniature board wipe, or it can blink our Rusko, it can blink our Atraxa, it can blink our Key to the Archive, our Mightstone and Weakstone. It has a lot of targets, right? And then we talked about the 3 mana slot here. We don't have a lot of let's say, draw or card draw, because our commander is a card advantage card, right? Atraxa is just an insane commander when it comes to card advantage. Usually hits the battlefield at the very minimum, you're gonna get 3 to 4 cards, right? At the maximum, you can get maybe 6 cards, right? So it's very insane, right? Atraxa is our card advantage card. That's why I'm not running any card draw, maybe besides Black Market Connection and some planeswalkers here and there that can draw us cards. But since we have access to a card advantage engine like Atraxa at will, if we have the mana for it, I didn't find the need to run any card draw spells in the main deck, right? I wanted to focus on having it as a solid deck that has good ramp, good removal, good interaction, and insane top end, and we can close out games in a flash of an eye. Basically, within the mana base, I'm running all the duels here. I'm running a bunch of Triomes, Mana Confluence, Forsaken Crossroads, Fabled Passage, Command Tower. I am running Thran Portal here as well, because sometimes we do need to hit things on curve, especially those early turns, and the colors are so decisive sometimes. Raffian's Tower, Spar's Headquarters. We're running the Abzan Triome, and we're running the Sultai Triome as well, and a bunch of dual lands here and there, and then some basic snow-covered lands here for our Into the North, right, and our Cultivate. So yeah, that does it for the list. Very straightforward, very, very fun to play. It's a mid-range list that can be kind of controlling, but once you get to your top end, you usually close out games, right? And since we are running a bunch of planeswalkers in the list, 11 planeswalkers, well, 12 technically, because we are running Urza here, and we actually do get to melt Urza, and I do like the fact that Urza is a creature, so we can fetch it off of Atraxa. We can fetch the Mightstone Weakstone off of Atraxa as well, so we can have Urza Planeswalker if we want. And since it is the best planeswalker at the moment, in my opinion, the hardest to cast, or the hardest to basically put on the battlefield, but it is the best planeswalker in my opinion at the moment, I wanted to run it, and it was very fun nonetheless. So yeah, with that being said, that does it for the list. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. You know, I was about to make an Atraxa commander or brawl list for historic brawl sooner or later, because it is my favorite card of this set, and it is a multicolored card, and since I like playing four colors plus, it was about time for me to make an Atraxa list for historic brawl. So yeah, it was very expected, it was about time, and the games have been a lot of fun. Very close games here and there, but we managed to get the win a lot of times here. So yeah, very high win rate kind of deck. It's not Hellq by any means, but you do get to play off against a lot of other Atraxa decks. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your continued support. If you find any value within the content, or if you've been enjoying the variety, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. Okay, we're on the draw with a terribly slow hand, but I'll keep here since we have farewell. Playing against Nalia here, so it's a Orzhov party deck basically. Alright, tap lands. That's a very good sign here for us, because they're not off to a very quick start, right? Okay. I might as well play Urza. I don't see anything wrong with Urza here. I mean, we just have to be careful if we want to fare well. Okay. Opponent just went for the attack here. I didn't mind blocking with the Urza, especially since we have an Elspeth Conquers Death in hand. We can always buy back the Urza if we wanted to. We have an Omniscience in hand too, but no ramp yet. We need to get to this binding. Okay. Apostles, huh? Alright. Okay. No attacks. Dark Ritual? What is this? Sure. Alright. Okay. That's fine. Kiorabus the Sea God? Sure. Okay. So, a lot of counter spells and nothing to play here, huh? Okay. That's fine. We're just gonna hold for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're one land away from this Atraxa. Or the Kiorabus the Sea God. No attacks, huh? Yeah, they want to do this at instant speed here. See if they want to block Urza here. They don't. Okay. Bye-bye, Urza. We have to go for it, right? We just absolutely have to. Okay. See what they get. They probably get like a Razaketh or something, right? And then they sacrifice, they fetch cards. Yeah, they can fill their hand with everything that they need if they were to get a Razaketh, but they opted not to go for it because it is going to get exiled. That's fine. Yeah. Sure. We don't need to play Atraxa now because we do have playables in hand. And they do have to kind of deal with this Kiorabus the Sea God, or else it's just going to take over. Yeah, it's just filling your deck with Shadowborn Apostles really does nothing. I mean, you need to play Nalia by having a lot of party creatures, not a lot of clerics, right? And it does seem like that they have a lot of clerics here. Yeah, that's okay. Sure. Yeah, they're gonna be fully tapped out. We're gonna take the chance here to play Teferi. Yep. Teferi should be problematic for them. Okay, and a tablet. And we can untap 2 lands to hold up a counterspell here. So I'm going to untap 2 blue sources. That's 1. And I guess that's 2. Sure. This also has white, so it's pretty good with Dovin's Veto. Mind Stone is fine. If they sacrifice the Mind Stone, I might just take a land off of them. Meat Hook for 2. Just so I won't steal no creatures? Sure. Okay. Well, it's a draw 2 as well, yeah. I actually forgot about that. That's fine. Alright, we cultivate so we can get this Omniscience down, right? But we draw first with the Fairy, who knows. I mean, we can also get Atraxa down. Yeah, that could be pretty good, but... yeah. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's get Atraxa down. We can hard cast Omniscience next turn. So, Eternal Wanderer. An offer you can't refuse. And probably Rusko here, right? Yep, we no longer need Thrix here. Probably a land as well, something that we can discard here. Supreme Verdict. Now let's just make it into a draw 3 here. And yeah, untap this. Probably discard the Cultivate. I don't want to spend 3 mana to ramp at this state of the game. And then Rusko is going to get blinked by the Eternal Wanderer, so that's fun. Alright, they lost a lot of life. Jeez. Nice. Okay, we're on the play, playing against Golem, the Shaper. That's an alchemy card that I've never seen before. Attacks, Tempered Steel into your hand, create a 1/1 mirror. Okay. Artifact creatures you control. Nice. Alright, so this should be fun. Our hand is insanely slow. This one though I love, so let's play this one. Yeah, you have a Maya Coast first, why not? I'm gonna put Arcane Signet down. And play Kasmina, and hopefully Kasmina is gonna be extremely hard for them to deal with. Although Ingenious Smith should be kind of a headache here for us. Okay. We can explore. I mean, we can definitely take the turn here to explore. Okay. Yeah, why not? Alright. I didn't want to play the Kasmina, but Kasmina should better our draws here. Alright, I'll take a Time Warp. Why not? Time Warp is basically going to be a ramp spell for us, right? We're going to play 2 lands off of the Time Warp. Alright. Let's cry again. Nice. Okay. So we can Atraxa, we can Kiora, we can Supreme Verdict. We have a lot of options. That was an insanely speedy start here. Insane. Nice. GG's. Okay, we're on the draw against Finn, the Fangbearer here. We do have Explore for ramp and Binding the Old God. So hopefully we can put the Binding on turn 3. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, we have all of our colors here as well, which is quite nice. Alright. We explore, draw a card, play a land. Next turn we're going to have a black source, and we should be good to kill Finn here. They're probably playing some sort of Proliferate here as well, right? Okay, they can replay the Finn next turn, which is quite problematic. And this Death Touch is not doing us any favors here. Yeah. And the problem with Finn is that it gets 2 poison counters. So this could be game rather quickly here. Probably get the Sultai Triome here. And we go after Finn, right? Yep, we have to kill the Finn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Emergent Ultimatum next turn. So that's pretty good. We had 2 ramp spells here with an Explore and Binding the Old Gods. Okay, so it's a Death Touch tribal kind of deck, right? Alright, so 1 green, 2 green, 3 green, 2 blue, 2 black. Alright. Emergent Ultimatum. What do we get with this ultimatum? I mean, probably Time Warp. I mean, it has to be Time Warp. Omniscience. And what else? We can get an Eternal Wanderer here. And do we want that? I don't see why not. What about a... yeah, I mean, having a creature here kind of sucks, right? Or what if we get a board wipe? Like a Farewell? Yeah, I don't see us having a lot of options here, to be honest. So probably a Farewell, yeah. Okay. Alright. Maybe a Kiora, Best the Sea God. Nah. Okay. Let's see what they decide to do here. Farewell has to be our best option here. An Emergent Ultimatum is just an insane card, bro. Like, it's for 7 mana you get your well spent mana. Yeah. Alright. You gave me Omniscience, bro. GG's. I take an extra turn with Omniscience. Nice. Okay, we cultivate. We get probably black and maybe a blue. Why not? And we get to untap here. Gonna play the Thrax here. Play Tamio. Yeah, it's a lot of value. You just never give the Omniscience, bro. Are you insane? GG's. Okay, we're on the draw, playing against Yorn, God of Winter. So a snow deck that is Sultai colors here. We have 2 lands in hand and an unplayable hand here, surely. Okay, swords here, I guess. I mean, sure. And we drew Vanishing Verse. That's pretty good. What if they play the staff? I don't think they are going to play the staff. Well, it depends on their hand, right? Sculptor. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have an untapped white source here, so... I mean, we do, but... we don't have access to Vanishing Verse, right? Just exile that. Play a tap land. Pass. Willow Haven for the ramp. Okay. Yeah, we just pass here. We have a pretty controlling hand here, so it's pretty good. Play Yorn here and hold up a counterspell, most likely. See if they have an interaction here. Spell Pierce. That's fine. I think we have to take the opportunity here to really not have them ramp or play out their hand, right? Because if they tap their mana pre-combat and they attack with the Yorn, they can untap and play other stuff, right? But this way, even if they replay the Yorn here, it should be fine. Yep. Okay. I mean, we just keep doing it, right? Keep assaulting their commander here. Okay. We had a very removal extensive hand here. And a hard cast Shark Typhoon that's going to be rather problematic here. Okay. Let's hardcast our own Shark Typhoon here, I guess. Yep, 7 mana. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. Yikes. Alright, they take an extra turn here. That's pretty good. Without Erasure to get our Eternal Wanderer here. Yep. Man. That's rough. And then opt. Okay. And we have Vraska here. Okay. Let's see what your last card is. Man, the Eternal Wanderer could have been so good against Shark Typhoon, huh? We're naturally going to block the 2-2 here. I don't think they had a good attack here, to be honest. But they wanted to go for it regardless. So, I guess. Yep, that Orange Epiphany came in clutch. They replay Yorn here. Nice. Alright. Play Kasmina. And we do need a land here off the top. So let's scry. Oh, that is also really good. Alright, I'm game. I'm gonna proliferate here. Yep. Swing back. They lost value pretty quickly here. And an extinction event for even, I'm guessing. Yep, that's pretty good. Alright, so we have to block with this Starnheim Aspirant here. And that's game. Nice. Yeah, they have nothing here, sadly for them. It's pretty easy here. Even if we were to take the block, we should be able to take over with the Shark Typhoon and the Kasmina and Vraska drawing, right? Nice. GG's. Okay, we're on the draw, playing against Mondrak, Glory, Dominus here. And our hand needs work. But hopefully Tablet of Completion can get us there. And hopefully we draw some more lands. Okay, Emergent Ultimatum is not what we wanted to see, to be honest. Nice. We need one land off the top. One more at least. One more. Nice. It's a tap land, but it is a land. It is slow, but should be okay. We have no use for this Veil of Summer at the moment. Heraldic Banner, okay. I'm just gonna cast this, even though it's not gonna do anything for us. Okay. Play Firemind Vessel, so we can have access to a ton of mana here. Alright, they need to play something that generates tokens. They play Mondrak first, and then they play the token generator after, I'm guessing. But here I think we go for Kaya. Even though they can play the Mondrak, that's fine. But I'm guessing they have protection for the Mondrak. Loran's Escape or something. Angelic Ascension. That's pretty good, huh? I get to create a 6/5. So Kaya's down. That's fine. Can always get the Kaya back with the Elspeth Conquers Death, right? have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basri Cat. Okay. So vigilance is a problem against the Wandering Emperor. So since we have that problem, we kind of do need a solution here, huh? I might even discard the Wandering Emperor at the end step. Fateful Absence is fine. We still get the trigger though. Do we decline? Probably. What if they have removal for Elspeth Conquers Death? Yeah, we can't afford to decline here. Okay. Tamiyo though is pretty good. So I'm definitely going to get the Tamiyo. We do need lands. Swords, Binding. Sure. And a land here seems good. Probably be a Triome here, right? Yep. Play the Triome. And then probably discard Uro. Or maybe Counterspell since we are rarely going to be able to hold it up. Probably Uro here though. Because it benefits, you know, we can still get it back from the graveyard. Okay, they invest on Mondrak here. So how much mana do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can potentially play both Wandering Emperor and Tamiyo. But I think here we can reliably go for a Emergent Ultimatum. It's the most value for the mana. Yep. We get Omniscience naturally, we get Time Warp, and Farewell. They have a very tough decision here. That's very rough for our opponent here. They gave back the Omniscience. Clever play here from our opponent, but you know. So all creatures, all enchantments is what we're going to go for, and a Time Warp. So that's a pretty good reset for us. Yep. Buys us a bunch of time here. Put an oil counter. Draw a card. Okay. We can now reliably Binding the Basri Cat. Yeah, very straightforward here. Very easy play. With the right combination of cards, Emergent Ultimatum is always going to be a game ender here. Always. GG's. Okay, we're on the playing against an Atraxa deck here. This is rather slow, but we can cycle the Shark Typhoon, and we have Veil of Summer for counter spells and stuff like that, but we don't have ramp, so we're gonna definitely have to cycle through this Shark Typhoon, right? Okay, opponent took a mulligan, that's a good sign, but they kept their free mulligan. Yes, Tablet of Completion is a good draw. Okay. So with Tablet of Completion, we can reliably play a Vraska on turn 4, I'm guessing. They cultivated though, which is very good for them. Yeah, we're still gonna have to cycle this Shark Typhoon in hopes of finding lands here, because none of our plans really work if we don't find land here. Alright, Fabled Passage. Probably get a green source here. And then cycle the Shark Typhoon. We found the land, that's pretty good. And we have the Fairy Hero of Dominaria. I do like that. Much better than the Vraska plan here.
Trust me, we need to move quickly.
Okay. We have Dispel for any... Oh, it's a Kaya, huh? Yikes.
You want a job done right. Hire.
Nice. We have our own Kaya here though, which should be very good. Kaya should end the game for us. Or Vorinclex. But yeah, there was a risk of them having Swords to Plowshare here.
Well, I guess I got in over my head.
Yeah, just untap these. Veil of Summer coming in clutch. Yeah, they're too far behind now. Too far behind now, especially since we're untapping with Teferi. But man, that was such a... Man, Veil of Summer is just such a clutch play here. Right? That was really, really good. Yeah, that was a major setback. A game-losing setback, right? Because now we can play our own Kaya and Ultimate the Kaya in the same turn. With a Vorinclex on the battlefield. And we can have Vraska doing the same thing as well. So, yeah, major setback for our opponent here. GG's. Okay, we're on the draw against the First Sliver. So this might be that one combo deck, right? That uses the, basically the gates, I think, to win the game. Very slow hand here. Very, very slow hand. Can't mulligan a binding here. Yeah. Alright, well we have Starnheim Aspirant. So maybe if we play this on 3 and we play Atraxa on 5. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's the combo deck yet. It's definitely not the combo deck. Okay. Alright. You drew an offer you can't refuse. That does give them mana, but who knows? I have access to 4 mana now. They can have the First Sliver next turn. I think I am going to counter this, even though I give them mana. But it's mana that they spend. Yeah, just on the Chromatic Lantern. Okay, so it stops their lands for a bit at least. Don't know if that was the ideal play or the right play here, but it was definitely a play. Get the Aspirant down here. Next turn they can cast the First Sliver here, I guess. But no lands, yeah, so I'm guessing the Cultivate was definitely the right play. Or a tapped land at least. No blocks. Sure. Urza. And then... No, I'll just play this Celestis here since we're not top decking anything viable. A Cascade into a Banishing Light. That's fine. We're not top decking any lands here. I think it has to be the binding here, sadly. I mean the Banishing Light. I get a Replicating Ring, sure. Okay, they still have 2 mana. We need answers, bro, and the fact that we're not drawing lands is unforgiving here. We're down to 6. Yikes, still no mana. That's absolutely broken. Well, the nice part is that we can still play Atraxa here. What if we play Vraska? I think it has to be Atraxa here. What if they have a counterspell, we lose the game, right? If we play Vraska, I mean, that really does nothing. We need to find something with Atraxa here. Okay. Let's think about the Alright, so that's gonna be our enchantment. Wash away is going to be our instant. And command tower is going to be our No, I'm just gonna take Dispel here because we're gonna bring this command tower down untapped. Teferi, Eternal Wanderer, or Time Raveler. Probably Eternal Wanderer, right? Alright, fine. We have to discard 2 cards. Okay. Probably discard a Planeswalker here. See if they can win the game. They need a sorcery here. I got this spell because usually removal spells are in the form of a sorcery speed spell. And hopefully this spell can act as protection so we can gain life through this Atraxa. We no longer want to hold this. Okay, Immortal Sun. That's something. Alright, we can chump. Alright, just block the Cobra, I guess. Okay, that's pretty good. Play Yavimaya Coast. Okay, we can play Garrick, make more blockers. But playing planes. Oh yeah, we can't activate loyalty abilities of planeswalkers, huh? So I guess Supreme Verdict is gonna have to be. Just play Urza. I'm glad I didn't actually get the Eternal Wanderer. That would have been a dead card. Especially against the Immortal Sun. Herald's Horn. They're doing more ramping, so we do need to find our farewell, that's for sure. We might have removal for this Urza here. Okay. Alright. They are playing some some slivers in the deck at least. Draw 2. We need to find some answers here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we definitely need to find a way to kill this Immortal Sun here. But we have Counterspell in hand, so they do get to Cascade though. Okay. Let's see what they cascade into. The Meat Hook Massacre. Yeah, Meat Hook for 0, that's okay. And we are going to counter the First Sliver here, because we currently have no non-Planeswalker answers for anything at the moment. Immortal Sun just does a great job of shutting that down. Okay. I need answers, bro. I would love to play a hardcast Shark Typhoon, but can't. Oh, I actually messed that up. I completely butchered it. Yeah, I completely butchered it. We could have played a bigger Shark Typhoon here, but... Oh, okay. Elspeth Conquers Death is an answer. Yeah, Elspeth Conquers Death is definitely an answer here.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not.
And untap these. Sure. They keep putting slivers in hand. Just quite annoying, but you know, it's okay. Okay. They're gonna cascade more. They have access to 3 more mana now. Okay, so it's either they attack the fairy or they cascade more. What's it gonna be? They're attacking the fairy. Sure. Let's take the draw.
Victory is assured. Anything made can be unmade.
And then we can do something like this. And then we can make some blockers here, I think.
Each device has a role in my plan.
Okay. Fable's fine, I guess. We're barely surviving here, barely. Let's see how they decide to attack here. Do they go after Urza or Teferi? We can easily chum block here. Yep. We do need to take the draw off of Teferi here. And what are we going to put back? Vraska? Probably. Oh. Yikes. We drew Vorinclex, huh? Alright, it's definitely going to be Vraska here. The loyalty counter. Now, play Vorinclex. And then we First we draw off of Vraska. This is kind of complex, so the sequencing is very important here. And then we exile probably the Herald's Horn here, huh? Or what if we exile a creature here? I think we might need to. Yep, so we can target their creatures. The Fairy's Protection is where we're going to counter that. Yep.
This doesn't concern.
Okay. And what are we doing here?
Each device has a role in my plan. I'm not ready for you quite yet.
We're down to 4. Alright, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Arcane Signet. Okay, we're buying ourselves a bunch of time here. A bunch of time. So this should be good for us. Okay, they want to get the treasure here, probably. Yeah, and Vorinclex shuts down the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay, yeah, they definitely want the treasure. Let's block. We need to gain life. Black market connections. Alright. Can we end the game with Vraska's ultimate? I think so, right? They get double the counters.
Back to the ships.
And this fight won't matter at all.
Yep, GG's. Easy as that. Vorinclex is the best Planeswalker support of all time. Seriously, 18 poison counters just to end the game like that. That was very anticlimactic, like with the way the game has gone so far, but why not? I mean, we have access to an easy 18 poison counters through Vraska's ultimate and Vorinclex on the battlefield, so that's why you play Vorinclex in Planeswalker decks. That's the main reason. It's because you get easy ultimates. Nice. GG's.